All right, Nate. Kind of a sad day, right?
Yeah, kind of. Well, I don't think it's sad.
We are getting rid of the, didn't think I'd be doing this, getting rid of the 2011 Mustang GT. Had it for 3 years, a little over 3. It's been a great car. Sad to see it go, actually. Any final words, Nate? How do you feel? Huh?
You're getting a twin turbo 4-cylinder.
Yeah,
So.
it's a 4-cylinder though, Nate, but you know,
Yeah.
we'll discuss that later here in a little bit.
But it has some things that.
Gonna miss these Flowmasters, man. I'm gonna take hell for this. It's been a fun ride here though. Had some good memories in this thing, so at some point I will own another Mustang GT. But for now on,
This
for
is
now
not
it's
the
something
end.
a little
It's
different.
only the
It is
beginning.
only the beginning, so we need to make sure that we take everything out of it that we need when we leave.
I'm going to
so.
start on that later.
Yeah, it's kind of cold, isn't it? So
Freezing. I don't want to get inside.
on?
Yeah.
All right. Well, hello YouTube. How's it going? This is kind of something I wasn't expected. Me and my son's filming this. Just a quick little video here. This is my 2018 Ford EcoBoost Mustang. Of course, as you saw in the earlier clip, saying bye to the old 2011 GT. Yeah, I was not expecting to do this, to be honest. But lately, I've been kind of wanting a new car, man. You know, new technology, something with all the latest features, which this does have. A lot of the, you know, it's not the premium. There's certain things it doesn't have. And just tell you what it is. It's a 2018 Mustang EcoBoost with the performance pack. That was a definite requirement when I considered the EcoBoost. The reason I did the EcoBoost, not the GT, is honestly not that I just couldn't afford it, but I do. As far as my budget, you know, I didn't want to afford it. You can't lease a GT. That was something I didn't realize till I started looking into it. So if leasing was an option, it may have been more affordable. It's not an option. Ford does not offer leases on the GT model. So at that point, I kind of started looking at the EcoBoost. I was like, what would happen? What would happen if I looked at an EcoBoost? What kind of prices? I think my son's kind of filming around the car here. So that was kind of my thought process. Kind of started looking into it, doing different builds, seeing prices, and of course, you do that. Then you have to try to search around different dealerships, see what's out there, what's on the lot. I did notice, this car, the spec on this car, like I said, it's the EcoBoost performance pack. It has a performance pack. It is not the premium, but it has the 101A package. That's something that was a must.
It includes all of this.
Nate, my son, can explain.
You want me to?
In detail if he wants, but I'll let him take over because he knows a little more of certain features than I do, so I'll let him take over at this point.
All right. So, within the non-premium, you've got the 100A and the 101A. So the 100A, you've got a very small, about 3-inch screen right here. It's not touch or anything like that, and there's all kinds of buttons to control it. It's not a very easy interface to navigate through. And then normally this is just like well, in the video it looks black anyway, but normally this is just like a black piece similar to here. But you get more of a silver with a pattern design inside of it. And then, of course...
It's like carbon fiber.
Yeah, well, they actually have a carbon fiber package, okay. But that's a whole other thing.
So then, softer interior, maybe.
Yeah,
some of it's softer.
Like some of this might be a little softer.
Maybe I'm not totally sure.
Yeah. So, but you also get, you do get some. Well, can't really show it, but you get some power in the seats. You get
9-speaker stereo.
Yes, there is a 9-speaker stereo instead of a 6. there
It's the
is
switches for drive modes.
right. So
That's another must.
right. So like all of this. Otherwise, you don't get the drive modes. You just get the steering mode, and it's just a toggle button. But yeah, there's power seating, little different trim right here. Pretty much everything you see here is different. Let's see, is there anything else major?
Those are big differences.
Yeah, mainly, yeah.
That was a must for me.
And then, of
When
course,
we
this
gave
with the
up.
performance pack.
Not to talk over you. We gave up the premium, and I did it for price. Honestly, I wanted to stay within, and I'll give you a little more what this cost out the door. I wanted to stay within what I was paying on my 2011, which ultimately the amount I financed on each of this car was the same, because when I bought my 11, I did have some negative equity from a mistake I made. I had bought a V6 Mustang convertible, hated it. Wasn't a performance pack. I just did not like it at all. Wasn't doing it for me. So I did have negative equity. So I think the car was 22. I ended up financing like 26 or something. On this, this car, if you build this car, spec this car, it's like 32,700, 33,000.
It's like 32, like high 32, yeah.
And of course, when you go to the dealer, there may be rebates and got cut off here. So what was I saying? Yeah, so let's say 33,000. So I was looking around for different cars. Went to a couple different dealerships. It's kind of hard to find an number one, an EcoBoost, the performance pack. Like I said, that's a must for me. It's got the 355 limited slip rear end, the 19-inch wheels, just everything with the performance pack. A little better suspension brakes. Top speed, I believe, is higher. So there's all that, which for me it was a must. It looks better, it performs a little better. That was a must-have for me. Had to have performance pack. Had to have 101A. Had to be a 10-speed auto because my wife wants to drive the car, and I understand she doesn't want me to buy a new car.
And it is like really quick compared to a manual.
It's not broke in yet, so I've been being really easy on it. I'm going to go home and I need to read the break-in procedure, because I'm really wanting to just have some fun with this thing, just kind of see what it does, how it feels under full acceleration. Can't really do that yet. I have messed around with some of the modes, the shift points, like when you put it track mode or Sport Plus, definitely changes the shift points. I think track mode's probably a little more aggressive than sport mode. Of course, there's drag strip mode and all that. Line blocks, some nice features, track apps. That's kind of stuff. Some of the stuff I was looking for that my 2011 didn't have, and that's just something I really wanted. So I kind of compromised. I got a 4-cylinder Mustang. I know it's not. A lot of people say that's not a Mustang. I kind of agree. This is not a muscle car. A Mustang is a muscle car. But to me, this feels like more of a sport car, and that's kind of where Mustang's kind of headed anyway, I think. But yeah. So anyway, for what I basically the spec this out was like 33,000. I looked around. I actually found this one online. They were asking 26,900, and that kind of stuck out. It was a great price. I wasn't finding anything with these options for that price. Went down the place at Porter Ford, I believe, in
Mark Porter Ford
in Jackson, Ohio. It was a wonderful experience. They actually offered, I'd been to 2 dealerships. They offered me $15,500 for my trade. I felt was kind of low. I probably could have, if I went further in the process, I probably could have negotiated a higher price. But honestly, what they had on the lot, what they could get me, I wasn't even interested in pursuing it because it was going to be out of my budget. But Mark Porter Ford, I went down there. They offered me, I think, $16,137. So they gave me like an extra, excuse me, $600 on my trade, and then they actually came off the $26,900 price with rebates, and then. So long story short, out the door, what I financed, the cost of this car out the door was $26,700 something in that range, which I think that's a great price when you look at a car with, optioned the way it is. That's just a great price for this car. I'm happy I did it. I am giving up some features. It doesn't have the My Color. It's not a must for me. It's kind of nice.
Doesn't have leather.
It doesn't have leather.
No heated or cooled.
It doesn't have, I'm giving up some stuff. And the biggie, I'm giving up the 5.0, giving up the Coyote engine. But but to a certain extent, the 10-speed auto in this and some of the different track modes, I think this car has the potential to be, in certain respects, more fun. As a matter of fact, I know it has the potential to be more fun. Doesn't have the sound, obviously not, doesn't have that muscly type growl. I did have the Flowmaster Outlaws on my GT. I do plan on putting, I'm going to get a muffler to delete for this. I know it's not going to sound great, but that's going to be something I'm going to do probably. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but that's definitely on the list. Without a doubt, I'm going to get a muffler delete. My son said I should get rid of the, what do you do to make it that stupid turbo sound?
Oh, if you put in a blow-off valve or
I'm not doing
get rid of the resonator.
Mustang, that's not cool.
No.
But yeah, get rid of the what are the diffuser or what is
resonator?
That no. Whatever it is. I don't know. I'm not a. Anyway, so I got this. I'm filming on a phone. Every 5 minutes, the damn thing cuts out. Probably we're in super high def ultra mode. I don't know.
4K
anyway.
60. Yeah.
I was saying something about what the resonators you can remove or yeah. Don't
do it.
Don't send me a hate comment. I'm not sure what it is, but you get that stupid turbo whistle. Not interested. But yeah, definitely, definitely going to get a muffler delete. So that's about it. That's about it for this video. I don't know. I'm sure I'll have some POV vids in the future. Once this thing gets broken in, I'm sure I'll take it on some back roads and do some, use track apps, do some 0 to 60 tests, stuff like that. I'm definitely going to have some fun in it. I will be uploading that sort of content, so nothing special. I'm not going to mod the car. It's not what I do. Don't have the money to mod the car. I don't want to do anything that's going to void the warranty. It's another thing I like about this car. It's got a warranty. So that's about it for now. I think that wraps it up, and thanks for watching. Till next time, later.